Good morning, one and all, and welcome back to. Wow, way to ruin the intro. Good thing I'm not good at them anyway. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to another round of Kerbal Space Program. It's been a few days since I've recorded on this. I know it's hard to tell, but I have been grinding like crazy to get to this point. So we have upgraded all of the KSP. So all of the Kerbal Space Center is now fully upgraded. Even the administration building. So we are fully functional. And we have more tourist missions to do. But I'm excited to show you guys the ship. We have literally, oh man, I had like 1.5 million or almost 2 million Kerbucks. And I upgraded everything, and we still have 421,974 Kerbucks left. So, for the beginning of this episode, I think what we're going to do is we're going to push through one or two of these tourist launch, just so we can get those missions out of the way and jack up our money about 100K or so, maybe a little bit more. But I wanted to introduce you guys to the craft that I've been using to grind these missions out. Introducing the LongPig1. This monstrosity has been pushing us through all these contracts. I had to have done at least 100 contracts by now. I have been just grinding. And I'm going to show you guys all I've been doing, because this is the only set of contracts that I've really been doing well in. We have a ton of tourists that want to fly with us. And I've been debating on adding a second cabin, but I'm not sure if adding the second cabin is a good idea or not, because well, you guys will see. So we're just going to get right into it. So this is pretty much what I've been doing to grind this money out. It's such a beautiful night for a launch. Look at that. No clouds, nothing. But here we go. Oh wait, there's something I wanted to check that occurred to me last night. There's something called it. Okay, so advanced tweakables is enabled. All right. We don't need to save anything. So we got full throttle, we got stability control. I don't know if RCS makes a difference because I don't have any RCS thrusters. But we're gonna launch. Rotate while we launch to that 90-degree mark. We really want to try to get that heading at the bottom there to hit 90 degrees. Because we're going to practice these takeoffs to try to get to them. All right, now stage 2 is the parachutes. Start picking up some speed here. And I think that the hardest part about this is going to be getting that 90-degree mark on the PlayStation controller is really tricky. stage out. Alright, now we got a little bit of speed, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it because we need to wait. So, another fun fact. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right because I could be mixing these up, but I think this is called a periaxis because peri the platypus. And then the apple axis, I think, is your other side of your orbit. So right now, I think if I'm remembering this right, the apple axis is inside the planet right now. It's inside Kerbal, and the periaxis is the top, the top peak of your nope. Yeah, see, I was saying it backwards. So this is the apple axis. And then the periapsis is inside the planet right now. I've been doing my research to try to do better. But I have been doing fantastic at getting into orbit. We've been pretty efficient at it. I've even had to throw away fuel, which is a good thing. It means that I have plenty of fuel for what I'm doing. I don't know if I have enough to get to the moon yet. We may have to. I don't know if the LongPig is going to do well getting into a lunar orbit. We're going to try, but we may have to design a new ship. So now we do 3, 2, 1. Three quarters, 1/4, and burn. We need to get that apple axis back out in front of us. And shut down. So you see, we've achieved orbit. If we wanted to tighten that orbit up a little bit, we can, because it's always a good idea to try to have these numbers as close to matching as possible for a good orbit. But, I mean, we have 50% of the fuel left in this tank still. I mean, we could mess with this orbit all day and not run out of fuel for what we're doing. And I think we are almost ready to go to the moon because I'm wondering if that's enough. I would like, it would be nice if I could figure out how to get into this exact orbit with at least a full tank of fuel. Or, maybe closer to here. But for what we're doing, we've mastered this. We can get into an orbit, no problem. We've taken hundreds of tourists to orbit. Now we just let them orbit once so that they're happy. And one of the things you guys, if you guys are going to play this game or, thinking about playing it, the way you know you achieve a perfect orbit is by the heading. So what I mean by that is if you look, our target goal, this white line right here, hold on. This white line right here is the orbit of the moon. Okay? You know what? We've, whoops. There. So this white line is the orbit of the moon, and it is 90 degrees to Kerbal. So theoretically, allegedly, this bugs me, I have to, theoretically, it should be relatively easy to push this orbit out and bring it back. So we might do that next, because we do have a LongPig2 set up for science. And I think once we finish one of these tourist missions on this episode, how long do we have right now? Yeah, we might just do that next, and I can do the tourist missions off, because the tourist missions, they're really straightforward, and I don't really want to have 100 episodes at 20 or 30 or 40 minutes each of ferrying tourists to orbit, letting them orbit, and then coming back down. But one of the things I do want to play with, alright, so I want to try to land as close to the Kerbal Center as possible. So what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to add a maneuver. And then, oops. This looks pretty different compared to what, maybe this one? Ah, there it is. Alright, so I'm just trying to learn this, because so what if I do this? Okay, so we wanna, oops, no, okay, so now if we move forward, and then let's lower this down just a little bit. So what I'm doing here, this is altering this number right here. The intervals, the scale, basically. This is a retrograde burn. And these inner ones are the time. So I'm skipping it forward like a second. And then let's this. So this should get us to Kerbal, I think. This should get us to the Kerbal Space Center, or at least super duper close. What is this right here? Because I'm wondering if this needs to be closer, but not really. Let's try it. So we're going to do a 3-second burn in 5 minutes. All right. So we got 55 seconds. I'm gonna let the 55 seconds go because I don't want to over jump this. Now we're facing the proper direction because this is our flight controls. We're in a retrograde motion, which means the nose of our craft is facing opposite of the direction of travel. So we're traveling this way, but we're looking this way. So we got 27 seconds. You can watch this number. I don't know what this is. 113 meters per second. I'm not sure what that number means, but we'll leave it there. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. All right, so yeah, I don't think we're gonna quite get to Kerbal or the KSP, but we did all that, and we still have a good chunk of fuel left. So it makes me really believe why is this? That's interesting. I don't know why either one of these is in the kilometers. What's my current altitude actually? Is 104. Oh, I think that's 2 point. So 2.4 kilometers. So that should be 2,000 meters. That's a good vector to be on re-entry. Really is. So let's try to save some time in this recording and fast forward to the next big event. And I think it would be beneficial if we do this. You know what? No, we're going to keep our fuel tank for now. We're going to keep our burn because not while we have tourists. Okay. We'll just go ahead and get rid of that. Just for safety. And let's all gonna back this off so we don't mess with the physics. We can get rid of that. I don't think we need it anymore. So this new system that I put on our craft allows us to do this autopilot, which, if you guys have seen the previous few episodes, my re-entries were sloppy. But now look at this butter smooth re-entry. We're locked onto a retrograde. All of our Kerbals are happy. It almost flies itself. And keep in mind, guys, I don't know when exactly these episodes get posted. I don't have a day schedule. I mean, I have a daily schedule, but I try to mix it up to where I have a whole bunch of different games recorded right now. I have Tomb Raider, God of War, Kerbal, Warzone. I haven't even posted any of my Warzone content just because I've kind of lost. I've lost a lot of my love for that. Like, I still play it with my boy once in a while, and sometimes I play it with the guys, but overall, I'm just... If I never played Warzone again, I wouldn't cry about it. And I have been absolutely addicted to this game. Kerbal has got my attention. Like, I love this game. And now the shoots drop. It's going to slow us down enough for the next group of shoots. Where did we end up, by the way? I'm curious. Oh yeah, we fell short a lot. See, and that's where I got to get better. I want to be able to land in a certain area. But the important part is we went and ferried these passengers to orbit. We orbited twice, and we came back safe. Now, the next set of shoots should deploy any second now. Or fully deploy. They already deployed. There we go. And it drops us to a nice, safe 4 meters a second. Just under 5 meters. I think I don't know. See, this is the problem. And this is why I don't consider myself like a smart person, is because I have such a hard time retaining all of the information. Something inside of me is telling me that we really want to be under 6 meters per second. I think that's the safe number. Like anything above 6 meters per second is a pretty violent speed. But the Kerbals are having a good time. We should touch down nice and safe. And recover vessel. So that's what I've been doing off recording. Is I've been working on getting that launched down to a science, and we got 398,000 now. So now I can go in here and see who I completed. Nobody. Yeah, see. This isn't even all of them, I promise. I've done a lot more missions than this. But the next one will be Raffrey and Valvin. I think the next ones will be, yeah, because that'll be right around 100 grand. But that's all those missions. That's why it's such an easy way to jack up money. I was able to upgrade everything to 100%. But now, since I have you guys here, I want to test out the Long Pig 2 and see if we can't hit a lunar orbit. So the Long Pig 2 is set up for science. It's got a science bay and all that good stuff, but it's all the same configuration as the Long Pig 1, but we took out the crew cabin or the passenger cabin. We put in a science bay. It's so hard to actually see it. But we took out the crew cabin, we put in a science bay, and we put on some solar panels to make sure she stays good and charged. So let's make sure Jebediah is our main man, which he is. Oh, and we've unlocked a few new things too that you guys haven't seen yet. So we've got a lander can. We've got, I think we had, I don't remember if we had this one already. But we've got some different options going on. We've got some RCS thrusters we can play with. You know what? I really wish I could remember how to do buttons. So there we go. So we need to remove this. Remove this. I want to see if that helps our maneuverability at all. So let's save that and let's launch, because I just want to see if we can get to the moon and back. We're not going to land. We don't have the equipment for that. But if we can get to the moon and back with what propellant we have, I'll be pretty happy about that. Which means that the Long Pig will gather us a boatload of new science. Try to get that HDG. We need to get that a little bit closer to 90. We need to get it as 90 as possible. See, we're doing pretty good right here. Alright, now we're going to try to save this propellant and use it a little bit smarter than the last one. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until we get closer to that Apple axis that we talked about here. And you know what we can even do? So this is the Apple axis. And the periaxis is, you can't see it, but it's probably down here, like right here or something. Because it's at negative 527 meters. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give it a little bit to burn. I don't want to use the time warp, because I've noticed that when I time warp at this stage... Oh wait, you know what we do need to do is do this. This locks it on the prograde. So remember, the prograde is the direction you're traveling. Retrograde is opposite the direction you're traveling. Science! I'm just trying to use my propellant a little bit smarter. That fuel that I have, I need to be smarter about how I use it. So we're going to try to raise that periapsis to where it's not a negative number, because negative number means it's below the terrain. We don't want that. But I want you guys to see, notice on that launch, we did a great job at keeping a perfect 90-degree angle, which is going to put us in a good spot to transfer orbits to the moon. And it does not look like we're going to be able to achieve a stable orbit with just this fuel tank, which should be okay, I think. No, I need to see. There we go. So we got a good orbit now. Like, again, if you guys want to be extremely specific, you'd really want these numbers closer together. But we have a really good amount of fuel left. I think we have enough fuel to do this. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over here and push X, and we're going to set as target, which I don't really know how to do this part of it. This is the part where So we don't want to aim at the moon. I think we want to aim over here. So if we want to aim over here, hold on, let's see something real quick. We're in a stable orbit. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of trial and error on this part. So, period is 35 minutes. So I think if we want to be like sort of over here, maybe in this area, we should start our burn right here. Add maneuver. So now we just need to this one. See what happens. Let's jack that up because we need quite a bit. You know what? We're gonna put it up all the way. Maybe not all the way. Whoops. We are too far. So oh, okay, so we need to aim for that blue dot, I think is the key. So let's maybe we need to line up that blue dot and that orange dot. Alright, I think we can go here now. Focus view. Okay, yep, I think we're getting it. Because this is the view that I need. So, maneuver, maneuver? So, how do I get that back up? How do I get my maneuver back? There it goes. Alright, so now if we dial this back down a little bit, go like this. Play with these just a little bit. Maybe if I do this. Oops, alright, now we're we just want to get that purple line as close to that moon as possible. So we're gonna, you know what, we don't need this right now. I don't need this right now. How did I get that view back up? Oh, Jeebus. How did I do that? This one? Ah, that one. No, what is that? I think we can do a little bit better. Please. Oh my goodness gracious, please. Oh. So what is it at? It's at 10,000 meters. Yeah, we don't want that. I think that's fine for now, honestly. 10,000 meters is pretty good. Now, if we flub this up, just so you guys are aware, if we flub this up, I wonder what these are. Unknown objects. But if we flub this up, we're going off into the wild blue yonder. There's nothing that's going to stop us. This green line is showing where we're about to go if we miss this. So, we have a 24-second burn in 11 minutes. So, now I gotta figure out how to get out of this view. No, we don't want to warp to the maneuver. That would be bad. No. How do I get back? I mean, I could. I don't know how to get my view back over there. What if I do this? There we go. Oh, wait. Alright, that's fine. So, now what we're going to do is we're just going to speed up time a little bit. So that way we can get closer to the maneuver. I want to get within 2 minutes of the maneuver, like that. And then the ship will autocorrect. We're going to have a 24-second burn time. All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to burn, guys. Woo! First trip to the moon. Anybody else a little nervous? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. Although I'm not 100% sure why my orange line doesn't match my purple line. That's odd, right? I gotta figure out how to get this view back. How do I... Oh, got it. Double click. Whoops. There we go. So now, we should be able to okay, so double clicking isn't the thing. Oh well. I'm not sure how to fix the view once you lock onto a different target. Alright, so what we want to do is prepare ourselves in a retrograde. Actually, before we do that, we should probably just go ahead and do this so that the solar panels are getting a little bit of sunlight. I'm not sure how much it matters right now, but oops. It's getting a little bit. So now, the next thing we need to do. Oh man. We burned quite a bit of fuel to get this far. So now, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to have the fuel to do this. Wait, we need to go the other way. We'll do that. We're not going to finick with it too much because the thing is with how little fuel we have, I want to make sure that we have enough fuel to get back to the Earth. And it might have been smarter, since the moon is moving this way, it might have been smarter to come out in front of it and let it capture us like that. It might have been less fuel. That might have been, you see what I'm saying? So instead of coming in here and coming along the back side of it and then coming in like this, it might have been more intelligent to come through here like this, out through here, and then as the moon's coming this way, instead of coming around the back side of it, we come around like this and then just let it pull us down. That might have been the smarter thing to do. But we have 4 hours until the next maneuver. So let's So we're going to change this to a retrograde. I don't know what the purple line is. It's weird, right? I think the purple line is the orbit that I would get if this doesn't work. And to be very fair, with our current technology, pretty sure that means Jeb is going to be screwed. Alright, let's... Oh, no, 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 no. Whoa, that's why I don't like time warps. Time warps can be super dangerous. But since we have a minute before this maneuver pops up, what we should do get all of our science. A little bit more. A little bit more. We are at the lowest throttle possible. But we have an orbit, so I could shut down now to save fuel. But I'd like to have that orbit a little bit closer. baby. There. Alright, we did it. We are officially in a stable orbit around the moon. Look at this, watch. Look at that. We have been captured by the moon's orbit. And hopefully we'll be able to get a whole bunch of science. So, thanks for coming along with me for a ride to the moon, guys. If you guys want to see more, make sure you check out that playlist down below. Subscribe to keep up to date. And thanks so much for dropping in. Like, this was a big one for me. I'm kind of nervous about how our orbit isn't 90 degrees. You see how it goes way off center? So I'm a little nervous about that because we don't have a ton of fuel to get back on. So if you guys want to see how it goes, see if the next episode's posted already. But, alright, thank you so much. I hope I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.